Let's keep this. Could be a bit slow against an aggro deck, but very, very good against a grindy deck. Stomping Ground tapped. Could be Dredge. It's a great draw. We can save the Bloodstained Mire to shuffle with Conspicuous Snoop. Each Snoop mills. Okay, well, so I mean, I just don't understand the thought process of I'm gonna hope that I have a Thieves Guild Enforcer in play, and if my opponent disrupts my combo, and if your opponent can disrupt your combo, they can still disrupt it by just killing the Snoop. So I still just don't understand the thought process. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I couldn't see you anymore, and I was like, I didn't hear her leave. Yeah. I might just discard the Ringleader. We have like as many Ringleaders as we want because of this Matron, basically. Alright, Driven, I'll take a look whenever you put a link in the chat. Yeah, it's like not searchable, and you just like have to naturally draw it, and you can't cast it off of Cavern. You know, it just has to like randomly be in play. And then it's like, the idea that if it's in play and it stops your opponent if they have disruption for the combo is also just not true, because they can just kill the Snoop if they have disruption. So yeah, it's not really a thing, I think. So Goblins against Jund, this is a good matchup, but we'll see how many Plague Engineer they have. We'll have to find a, yes, like exactly this card, or just anything really to play would be good. I'll shuffle away that Pyre of Heroes. It's kind of sad to discard Sling-Gang, I guess. Maybe I'll shuffle first just to see what I'm drawing. We'll see what they play. Decay my Snoop. It's fine. Now I think I'll just discard the Sling-Gang. And then we can Matron for anything, and then also Pyre of Heroes the Matron into a Ringleader, and likely win the game. Then not pay Echo, I think, and then probably gonna go. So we can Matron for 2. And cast the 2. So yeah, I guess we'll Matron for Snoop. Play Snoop before we Pyre, just in case there's a Goblin off the top we want to play. Then Pyre of Heroes this into Ringleader. Put Matron Harbinger into play. So opponent is... Oh, and there's Kiki-Jiki on top too. So I mean, they definitely have to kill my my Conspicuous Snoop. Plain O, thank you for your 2 months in a row. Hope you're having a good day today. Sorry, there's a lot going on. Indomitable Creativity Mardu. Well, I think that if you're playing Indomitable Creativity and you're trying to get Emrakul, there's another copy of this card. There's a red. It's called Transmogrify, and it's effectively the same thing. You spend 4 mana, you target a token, and you get to put an Emrakul into play. And they kill my Pyre. They're just dead, though. Unless they have Bolt. They do have Bolt. Okay. Sure. So I guess I'm just discarding Harbinger, and we don't need the combo here. Can just Matron for Ringleader again. Kill their Liliana. They have no cards. So I would be playing that card. I think Seize the Spoils is not good. I understand like what it's doing for you, but that card is just, I don't think, modern playable. And I think that you just want your tokens generators to be Dwarven Mine, and that way it turns your combo into effectively a 1-card combo, which is what's so powerful about the Dwarven Mine thing, is it turns creativity and Transmogrify into really just a 1-card combo because it's so easy to have a fetch land. Where's the we have one more Ringleader. Yeah, couldn't find it. So we can use Harbinger as a vampiric tutor if we want to. For Prospector if we want to like cast the Kiki-Jiki. We'll see what the board state looks like. I'm not like a big fan of this Kaya either. I think a card you could play is Nahiri though, and hopefully it's good. And truthfully, it probably won't be. But we could hope. I guess I'm just gonna take this up to 4. We can Vial in the Kiki-Jiki next turn. Hold the Harbinger for now. Whoops. I assumed this was enough goblins. I thought, but this is actually a 6/7. Still get to attack though. Can't block anymore, but we should have attacked first. Okay, those are just kind of some loose thoughts about the deck. I do like the sideboard through the Breach Plan. This is another points, but you could also maybe sideboard Nahiri if you wanted to. Opponent's got 1 card in their hand. If it's a removal spell, they can maybe get some stuff going. Yeah, probably can never beat Chieftain though. So I'm gonna Vial this in. The Lightning Bolt Munitions Expert, which was not the play. They're dead to Sling-Gang. I think they're also dead to the Chieftain, but prefer to kill them with Sling-Gang, I guess, so I don't actually have to count. You need to attack with every non-Sling-Gang creature, which is easy because Sling-Gang doesn't have haste. Why not Matron to shuffle Kiki? I don't think I mind drawing the Kiki. It's possible that it's better to not draw it, but I think it's fine. I think I'm not sideboarding against Jund. We could play some Terminates. Yeah, we could maybe go like -1 Snoop, -1 Harbinger, +2 Terminate. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think this deck is very good. Pyre of Heroes is also just so strong in this deck. This is the best Pyre of Heroes deck, in my opinion, although I have been enjoying trying out some other variants. You like Terminate the Hedge against Plague Engineer? Yeah, that too. Although it's like Plague Engineer is like so hard to beat for this deck. You know, like if you terminate a Plague Engineer, you're still losing that game most of the time, in my opinion. So I kind of feel like you just hope they don't draw it, you know? It's maybe better. Chalice against Jund? I don't think so. Don't think Chalice is that good against Jund. Could be wrong, I guess. Keep this. Is the meta start? The format is still the Wild West. It's not clear what everything looks like yet. Might be bad to play this into a potential Wrenn and 6. Prospector is fine to slide out. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Although trading for a bolt there is something I'm happy with. Well, I really doubt my opponent, doesn't have a answer to this, but it is nice that if for some reason they choose to ignore it, or if they don't have another bolt, they die. Tapped Overgrown Tomb. Play Tarmogoyf. Assassin's Trophies is very okay here. Like, of all the removal spells, and they were of course very likely to have one. That was the one we wanted to see. So I'm going to Snoop again. And I think I'm just going to shuffle right now. Try to find like a Mogg War Marshal or something. That's or something. I'll just hold that up, I suppose. This is now a 3/4. Would Snoop still be good at 2 red? Maybe. It still would give you like a 2-card combo. Well, guess my opponent's dead. Why didn't they wait to kill? I mean, sometimes like you just get randomly punished. Like if Kiki-Jiki, if you wait on Snoop, like you could have Kiki-Jiki on top, and I just get to make infinite Snoops, and they lose. See. I I do have 2 Kikis in the deck, but yeah, I guess we win. Kind of good to do this to play around Slaughter Pact, I think. Why not? This keeps happening when I combo though. It's just like I just get stuck halfway through. Just like for whatever reason, like the 12th goblin doesn't want to get copied. So this is, I think, enough. I just want to see that second group of 10 pop up, so I don't have to actually count myself. Okay, this is enough. So I'll go to my draw step. Woo! Dude, Magic is easy. The combo just does it for you. Obviously, we already had the Harbinger in play. They couldn't play around it. Just funny that we didn't actually have to cast the Harbinger. So that's why you should not wait to kill the Snoop, by the way. That is exactly why you really can't wait to kill the Snoop. Those hands great. Snap keep. Sacred Foundry tapped. Inspiring Vantage. Eidolon, sure. So next turn we get to Vial in Mogg War Marshal and probably sack it into like Pashalik Mons. And then we can Vial in Matron and sack it into Sling-Gang if we don't draw the second Sling-Gang. How's this deck working? I really, really like this deck. I've played a lot of it at this point, and I'm a big fan. I think this deck is good. Although I haven't necessarily played it very much in this new meta, I didn't get anything banned from it, so I have a feeling that it's also going to be, a good choice. Yeah, double Eidolon is actually very dangerous for my opponent here, especially because they can't really deal too much damage with it. Like I'm getting a Sling-Gang down next turn. It's unclear if they can attack with these Eidolons. If they do, I'm just going to double block and block. Why Alpine Moon over D-Sphere? I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I'm just kind of want to try out Alpine Moon again. Like the 1 mana versus 2 mana I think is a big deal. Is really all it comes down to. I can also get a. I'm not sure what I'm actually tutoring off the Matron because I'm going to Pyre it into a Sling-Gang, but I don't want to cast a 2 mana creature here. It doesn't seem like that accomplishes anything. So I'm just going to grab Kiki-Jiki. Could just cast Sling-Gang. We could, yeah. But we can also Vial it in for free next turn. So I think this is better. They Helix my Pashalik Mons. Okay. It's fine. I'm back. Texas is saved. Oh, TBD on that. I hope. But unclear. It's likely that I'm down tomorrow too. But we'll see what happens. They Helix the Sling-Gang. This puts them on to 8, so we can put them down to 7. I think we just put them down to 9 here, and then they're not able to they can only cast 1 more spell. Do I also play MTGO without streaming? Yeah, I do usually test every single day and work on Decklist every single day off stream, and I think that has been part of the reason why I've been you know, somewhat successful streamer. But my, you know, Texas is doing bad, so I have not been. Probably want to cut Goblin Chieftain, Skirk Prospector, trim on Pyre of Heroes. I'm not sure that this is the sideboard plan. Chalice on the draw is actually like really slow and much better against Prowess. So maybe I'll just do something like this. Yeah, I agree that they needed to trade the Eidolons the turn I had Pashalik Mons in play. We had a really good draw that game. What, cutting Snoop? I don't think that you're ever supposed to completely cut the Snoops. I think you could maybe trim on them. This hand has a turn 3 kill, or sorry, turn 4 kill. Sure, it could be turn 3 if we draw 2 lands, but the Vial with the kill is also always really nice. And we have 2 redundant pieces too. I didn't even realize that. The Vial is always really nice because you get to just Vial into Snoop, EOT, untap, and Harbinger them. But I don't think you're ever supposed to completely forget the combo plan. At least I don't feel like I have run into a situation where that seemed to be the best course of action. Am I blocking this Eidolon? I don't know. I think we all know that they have to kill the Snoop. They might just kill it now. Boros Charmy, so maybe they have like Skewer the Critics. They do have like Skewer the Critics. Let's put me down to 7 life. So I think what we do here is we Boggart Harbinger for Sling-Gang Lieutenant. Because playing Harbinger and blocking Eidolon is, you know, kind of the same as just not playing it and taking 2. And then if my opponent could kill me, I can Violent Snoop and sack up to 2 goblins to survive. So ideally they just have like 1 burn spell they can play here, and then they could deal 5 and I Violent Snoop, sack Harbinger, and go to 6 and survive. We're dead to Boros Charm this way, but if they don't have a 1 mana burn spell, which is obviously like very likely that they have in 2 cards, we can win if they don't. Did you just win with second Kiki? I don't understand the question, but I could not have won already this game. Yeah. The Conspicuous Snoop cannot. The Conspicuous Snoop has to not have Summoning Sickness in order for it to win you the game. Yeah, he suspended Rift Bolt and we win. This is awesome. What an awesome match. Don't even have to make that many because of Eidolon. I really like that play of Boggart Harbinger put Sling-Gang on top, Vial in the Snoop, sack the Harbinger, just to gain that crucial 1 life to survive there. That ended up being really cool. How do you win with infinite type Kiki-Jiki? So you make infinite Kiki-Jiki or infinite Snoops, and then the last copy of Snoop doesn't copy itself, it copies Boggart Harbinger, and then that puts Sling-Gang Lieutenant on top, and then every copy of Conspicuous Snoop has the ability to sacrifice a goblin to drain for 1, and so you can deal infinite damage and gain infinite life. Kind of just hard to mulligan Pyre, honestly. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I bought the Goblin Creatures recently and the Pyres because like the Goblin Creatures are just so cheap. Kiki-Jiki is like the only expensive goblin, and it's even then it's only like $12, and so for like I think it came out to be like $60-$70 for just the goblin creature base. You know, minus the lands and the vials, it seemed like a really good deal. How does Pyre feel? Pyre is great. Pyre is really, really good in this deck. I've played a lot. I played enough of this deck at this point to say that Pyre is very good and like a very good reason to play goblins. Pillar of the Prunes, Pillar of the Prunes. I'm assuming Niv because no longer is the Cascade deck a thing, right? Yeah, the Auntie's Hovel. The problem is like Auntie's Hovel, yeah, is very expensive. But if I was thinking this might be like a good budget deck to loan to people, and like I could have like a, you know buy the vials and just like have a not buy the Auntie's Hovels or just buy them at some point if they get reprinted. Yeah, caverns are expensive too. Is it Charm? Is it Charm? But just like the goblins themselves seem like a really good pickup at least. What is my opponent playing? Just multicolor control. I think I'd like to Matron for Ringleader. So I'm just gonna cast Chieftain here. Yeah, our opponent is probably playing Niv Mizzet. We live in a weird new modern metagame, so it's hard to say for sure. We could Munitions Expert our Chieftain here to stop them from gaining 3, but that's probably not correct. Stomping Ground. 4 mana for an Omnath probably. Yep. I don't think that we can expert that this turn. Right, we drew the Ringleader, so I guess I'm just going to cast it and see what we find. Just a Mogg War Marshal is really bad for us. We can Matron for another Ringleader and then Vial in the Ringleader, of course. They've got 2 cards. One of them is like almost definitely a Niv Mizzet. Or, Glittering Wish for Bring to Light or some, whatever they want. They do choose Niv Mizzet. They put Kaya's Guile and Wrenn and 6 into their hand. Really not so bad, all things considered. Yeah, I also really wish Omnath didn't draw a card. Or, like, Omnath could have drawn a card if it was, like, the 4th land, for turn. Which, would have been fine, but it's hard to actually trigger it the 4th time. But it's like, if they wanted the draw card to be on here so the card feels blue, it should have just been the 4th trigger, I think. I think we also take 4 here. Right, taking Vial up to 4. I mean, 0 mana 4/4 drop always just feels so good. It's an interesting draw. Just a Conspicuous Snoop. Gross. So I think we kill the Niv Mizzet here, so we can attack the Wrenn down. And then we sack 2 Goblin tokens to play Conspicuous Snoop and potentially have a chance to combo. Maybe we should sack Matron so that we can block with an extra blocker here. It's probably a bit better. We'll also play this War Marshal first, actually, to keep the Matron in play for like a Kiki-Jiki. And just okay, yeah, sure. That just gives us the extra blocker we wanted. And that's Boggart Harbinger. Okay. That's Boggart Harbinger. So we know opponent has Kaya's Guile. If they have another spot removal spell, they can stop us. Kaya's Guile doesn't do anything. Prismatic Vista doesn't do anything. Show me what you got. Dreadbore. Had a band control. We went 3-2. The deck felt good though. Deck felt real good. Are they gonna just like, you know, kick the Kai's Guile? Yeah. So guess I'm sacking Goblin. So we're drawing Boggart Harbinger, and we're probably just putting Kiki-Jiki on top. I'm gonna jump with the Prospector. Putting Kiki-Jiki on top is real bad if my opponent draws a removal spell. It's not that bad actually, because they either kill the Kiki-Jiki or what we target, so we get value either way. Might take 4 from the Omnath this turn. Might also jump with Harbinger. Is it worth it to play some number of artifact lands and a single Goblin Engineer so you can force a Pyre into play? Well, when you say some number of artifact lands, you mean exactly Darksteel Citadel, because that is the only legal artifact land. And the Darksteel Citadel would not be good in this deck with the mana requirements. Right, I think I'm just going to copy Ringleader. It worked. Very cool. Sling-Gang, Snoop, Harbinger. So I think we just play Sling-Gang this turn, and then we can copy Snoop to give. Oh, I guess we can't. We don't. We're 1 mana short of trying to kill next turn. But Snoop can get haste, and so from the Kiki-Jiki. So if we draw a land, we can threaten a kill. But it feels safest to just play the Sling-Gang here and attack for a bunch and just outgrind the Niv deck. And that's what's. Oh, I just love goblins. It's the deck. Sorry, I need to dissect that to Sling-Gang. Missed a point. Was monologuing about loving goblins. Like goblins is a turn 3 combo deck that's incredibly consistent, and it also like just outgrinds the grindy decks. It's awesome. Does have bad matchups, but big fan. So they do need the mana here, so maybe this is just another Niv to refill. Yeah, it's bad against Lava Dart. Yeah, the prowess matchups I think are still what's keeping it back probably. They should have sacrificed to copy Sling. I know I said that as soon as it happened, so thank you for reminding me. They put Kolaghan's Command, Bring to Light to Fairy Time Raveler, Elodarmi's Call, and Rin and 6 into their hand. Yikes. Burn is tough. Yeah, Burn can be tough. We did just 2-0 it, though. So how does this combo work? I think we have a command for it. If anybody wants to... If Mod can figure out what the command is so I don't have to keep saying it, but... Conspicuous Snoop into Boggart Harbinger wins the game by putting Kiki-Jiki on top, making infinite copies, then putting Sling-Gang on top to kill your opponent. Back 3 months in a row. Time to pawn some noobs, indeed. Thanks, Ghost. So they probably kill my Vial and kill my Kiki. Although they do know my hand. I guess they can make me discard a card. There is no command. I thought that there was. It might be explain combo. Oh, thank you, Ghost. Yeah. Put copies in play with Kiki, tutor with Harbinger, sack goblins, target opponent. I feel like it probably needs to be a little more in detail than that. I know that's like maybe asking too much if you don't have time to type it out. Yeah, I thought we had a command for it. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Yeah, but you know their Niv Mizzet, drawing them 5 cards with still like 7 mana up, probably going to be too much to come back from here. Why can't I redeem a deck tech? I have the points for it. I have it set to a certain number of times per stream, so it doesn't become too overbearing. But the amount of deck techs per stream has been met. There's all Kiki-Jiki off the top. Could draw, you know, Matron into Kiki-Jiki. They still have Teferi Time Raveler, Aladarmi's Call, and Bring to Light. Gross. Do we have to kill the Niv again? Stinks that there's... Yeah, they're just going to put another Niv into play. Let's go ahead and just go to game. Game 2. Now, I don't really think I want to bring in Thoughtseize against them. I think I'm just okay not sideboarding. Yeah, that's good, the guy. That's good. Thank you. Let's submit this and see if I can grab a snack real quick. Is Zombie still okay post-ban? I think we're playing it 5th today, so in 2 weeks from now. And tomorrow as a donation deck.
So, do we have to boil the water for putting it through the pitcher? The Brita pitcher?
Google it, I don't know.
Okay. I want one. Please, can I have one? Thank you.
Okay, we're on the play. I think I'm going to keep this. Maybe this is terrible to keep. But I kind of like just triple Mogg War Marshal against the grindy deck. Oh, I thought I was muted. I thought I muted the notification sounds instead. As for chat says boil. Good draw, good draw. Am I going to pay Echo? I might pay Echo here. I mean, War Marshal's pretty good in this matchup, I think. Maybe punished for paying Echo. Maybe not. I'm going to play another Marshal, I think. Goblin. Yeah, quad Marshals. If only I could play more than 4. I know there's the other, the one that doesn't have to pay Echo, but you don't get the extra Goblin. I'm gonna bring to light for like Anger of the Gods or something. Yeah, I agree that that card's pretty bad. How much MTGO do I play? 2-3 hours each night? Yeah, I usually play like 1 league a night on average, but sometimes more. Sometimes I don't have time. Like usually I don't play on Mondays because of D&D, but then I'll play every other night. Opponent doesn't have white. They can still bring to light for 4 though. Yeah, Pyre for Chieftain gets them, but they probably wrath my board. Oh no. Does Pyre for Chieftain kill them? Sack this, get a Goblin, so we'll have 6. No, it doesn't quite kill them. I think we're still doing it anyways. Attack with all the non-chieftain guys. Yeah, not quite lethal. Hit him for 10. Omnath just gained so much life though. I don't feel like we're in a great spot. They need lands from Omnath. That's true. This looks like Kolagon's command. Kill my chieftain, kill my Pyre. So if they don't have a land, we would have won if we had just attacked with the Chieftain. They would be at 3 life right now. That's so funny. Okay. So if we hit Sling-Gang off of Snoop, we're doing some good stuff. Guess I was supposed to anti-Hovel first. I mean, this is a good hit anyways. This puts our opponent to 1 life. We could have also just found Sling-Gang on the top for Snoop to kill them. I will just go ahead and put my opponent to 1. Yeah, no, them having no lands is a big deal. Although any land gains them 4, which is also a big deal. They also need to kill my Snoop. We're drawing Blood Crypt. There's a lot of things happening. Arsonist, 4 months is modern good again? I think so. I don't know. Define good. So is my opponent gonna just like Supreme Verdict here? Bring to light for Supreme Verdict? If only they could bring to light for a fetch land. We can Harbinger for something. I mean, so if they sweep our board, Harbinger doesn't do anything immediately. But what we can do is just get Goblin as Sling-Gang Lieutenant, and then it's going to be very difficult for them to beat that. And they couldn't beat it. I think I'm just resubmitting again. Moose, 5 months, welcome back. Yeah, I've been enjoying shit posting a lot on Twitter lately. Although there's some tidbits of knowledge in the memes. You will live, Conspicuous Snoop. You're going to live. It's too soon to say goodbye. Yes, aspiring spike. Forbid me now to die. I'll obey. I will try. Alright, I didn't sing hard enough or long enough, I guess. I already know about this Blood Crypt, so I kind of like playing it. Next turn we can Pyre the Matron into something, or just cast Ringleader. Might get Mogg War Marshal because it goes pretty well with Pyre. I think I like that. On a scale of 7 to 10, how much does Esther love my singing? She hates it. Esther's like trained and she used to do choir. And she knows how bad my singing is. But that doesn't stop me, not even close. Gotta sing your heart's song, as I always say. When it doesn't have white mana, they can't cast Omnath. They do have white mana, they can cast Omnath. How have I been liking the new format? I've been liking it. It's good so far. Alright, how is their Niv gonna be? They put Bring to Light Dreadbore Assassin's Trophy into their hand. It's kind of a lot. Kind of a lot. So my plan here is grab Sling-Gang because it's kind of resilient to their removal. I don't mind so much if they trophy my Pyre or Sling-Gang. And then we can go, if they don't do anything that interacts, we can go War Marshal into Pashalik Mons or Chieftain and be in good shape. Do I think Jeskai Control will have a place in the format? I do. I think both Jeskai Wildfire Control and the Jeskai Lotus Field deck both have legs. Probably will be specific metagames you want to play them in, and you'll need to have maybe a little tech for the format, but yes. Well, not the scariest Lightning Helix ever. And Trophy, like losing the Pyre is not great for us, but No, the extra mana is certainly something we can utilize. Worth, yeah, just Guy Cleansing Wildfire, not just Guy 6 mana Wildfire. If we hit the Skirk Prospector, I think we actually have a decent chance here to win. I was also really hoping to find a land and double spell. Thank you, sweetheart. Hot food, amazing. Or at least not cold food. I have played New Elves, yeah. I think New Elves is pretty good. They still have Bring to Light and Dreadbore as 2 of their 5 cards in hand. Yeah, Elves got a lot of new toys from Kaldheim.
Come here, stop begging.
Have you ever played D&T in Modern? Yeah, I don't really enjoy D&T very much, though. Dude, Clarion is so good here. Golly. Go Chieftain, War Marshal, hit them for 6. The Chieftain's pretty vulnerable to the Dreadbore, though. We could go like Snoop. Looking for Prospector. I think we play Snoop. Yeah, Blood Crypt's not really a land that helps us too much, I guess. Not just dead, though. Probably dead, though. We know they have Dreadbore. We don't know any other card. Oh, doesn't stop. Alright. Hard-fought match. Ended up losing. Let's go to match number 4. I'll keep this against Yorion, this guy, Nomad. Yorion, Razor Ridge Thicket, Aether Vial. Every Yorion deck always leads on turn 1 Vial in Modern. It's just a rule. They get Sword of Fire and Ice, which is certainly the equipment that's the best against us here. Also, turn 2 Vial, right on time. There could be some sort of Bant Reclamation for Chalice that could be interesting. I mean, Foretell is like not a mechanic that you can build around in Modern. Like maybe the Foretell Glimmer of Genius is a playable Modern card. Maybe not. We'll see. But it's not like you can ever really build a Foretell deck, I think. How are you ever beating Sword of Fire and Ice, though? We probably just can't with a hand that's this slow. We could maybe just, like, grab a Snoop and try to win at instant speed, though. Or not instant speed, but just, like, Vial in the Snoop and then untap with it. Seems like the line to me. Because we could have also gotten Sling-Gang to block. Let's have the Skyclave. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a metagame for Trashmaster or Crater Maker. I thought it might be. At the very least, like, I don't think you want to main deck either card. We went 3-2 with Bants. Deck felt fine. Yeah, they just have the Vial for Skyclave. Oh, they're just going to Skyclave now. Let's go ahead and go to game 2. Seen enough. So do I want these Terminates? We already have Munitions Expert. Maybe I want Terminate on the draw. I think on the play I don't need them. I feel Behold the Beyond is playable in Lotus Field. If you play Field on 3, you don't really have anything to do with 2 mana, so you could lose that turn. Well, I mean, the idea is that you have Tail's End, right? Tail's End as like your 2-drop that you can play in those spots. Maybe it's good, yeah. Although I don't really feel like the deck is super thirsty for more like card draw. It is also like relevant being 4 mana to untap with Lotus Field. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe we can cut Snapcasters for it. And mulligan this. Probably have to keep this on 6. Obviously not super happy about it. Alright, no turn 1 Vial this time. Really wish I mean, we couldn't have kept that other hand, but did have your Munitions Expert in it, which I would love to have had here against this start. Nice Stoneforge Mystic. Getting Sword of Fire and Ice again. Worked last time, right? Boggart Harbinger is a black goblin, which is really important here, though. So we just get Mogg War Marshal to sacrifice and put, you know, Pashalik Mons or Goblin Chieftain into play. We can also grab Munitions Expert to kill Giver of Runes, and then Pyre Munitions Expert into like another Boggart Harbinger as another black creature, or another just 3-drop to put on top. I think I'm going to grab Expert. If they have a land, they can put the sword on the Giver of Runes, I guess. They do have Arbiter Ghost Quarter, and Arbiter is so good against my Pyre. Feels so bad. 80 cards, by the way. How they can't keep getting away with this is all I'm saying. One day they're not going to draw this well, right? Of course you play Yorion and Taxes, just still draw perfectly, you know. Easy. All right, 2-0 into 2-2, very sad. I think I will keep this on the draw. Wait, why concede? Well, we're super dead is the main reason. I know we get to chump block 1 time, but the Leonin Arbiter is very, very good against our whole deck. And we can't kill it because they have Giver of Runes, so... mostly it was just off of it. Oh no, we drew Kiki-Jiki, so we can no longer Snoop combo, but maybe that'll end up being fine. With Pyre plus Gobbo, would the Persist Goblins be good? I think the Persist Goblins are not very good, no. I don't think the Grim Gully combo is something you want to have in your deck basically at all. And I think Mogg War Marshal is better than the 2-mana Persist Goblin. I think that Sling-Gang and Ringleader are better than the 4-mana Murderous Redcap. So we can Expert deal this 1 and get like Chieftain and put Liliana to 1 loyalty. Could also just get like Pashalik Mons. Could just Vial and Snoop and maybe we have a Goblin on top. Then we can also cast Munitions Expert if they minus Liliana. Kind of like this, kind of don't. So now we know we can cast Goblin Ringleader next turn, which is kind of nice. Also nice to blank the Inquisition. They just have land second Liliana. It's really just not that bad of an exchange for us. Yeah, they do have land second Liliana, which we get to kill with Goblin Ringleader. They plus. Wow. Plussing feels so greedy to me. Because like they're just dead to Harbinger, but they're not because I have the second Kiki, which I think I just discard here. Yeah, I mean, we get to kill the Liliana. This isn't really the end of the world. We have Pyre and Vial on 3. We just hit War Marshal, but War Marshal's pretty good with Pyre. Can, you know, get Pashalik Mons or Chieftain, or could also get Matron and go Matron into Sling-Gang or Ringleader if we take the Vial up. Could just go Matron into Matron. They hit the Snoop and not the Pyre. They have Flashback Souls. Yeah, this is fine. So we need to think about what we're doing. We're drawing Mountain. I think I'm taking the Vial up to 4 and then going War Marshal for Matron into Ringleader. Kind of refill after my opponent's been grinding me out a bit. Ringleader's also, you know, a hasty 2/2, which is not bad on this board. Well, we didn't hit more than one Goblin again, but we did hit our third copy of Ringleader, which is fine. Notably, we have discarded both Kiki-Jiki, so that's, you know, still not an option for us to go in on. My opponent now has no cards in hand, no more souls. They do have Castle Locktwain and Shambling Vents, though. You think you wanted to hold the land? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. Didn't get punished. How good is this Ringleader? It's decent. So we can now attack, and then if they fire up Shambling Vent, we just get to kill it with Munitions Expert. And they know that now, so they'll instead activate Castle Locktwain and take 11. And then I will Harbinger, decline to use the ability, and Pirate into Sling-Gang Lieutenant. They're not exactly dead here, but they can never win, probably. Cool. Decisive game there. I think I'm still not sideboarding. There were a lot of... I feel like you're going to just not sideboard against most grindy decks. That's at least my current game plan. I think that feels okay. I was out of Ringleaders, JoJo. I had no more Ringleaders in the deck. I'm only playing 3. Because you end up piring into them so often, I don't think you need to play 4. At least that's the thought process. See if they discard the Vial or not. Yeah, I think this black-white deck, I know that it won a challenge one time, but I don't know. You're playing like a Vampiric Tutor for your opponent. It just can't be that good, surely. Modern feels so fresh now. I don't know why. I've got a couple guesses. It probably has to do with the ban announcement, right? I would say that that's why. The real Stoneforge Mystic. Please be nice to your deck. I feel you, dude. I feel you. But no, I refuse. I think I'm killing Bob. I'm sorry, we'll see what we draw, but I'm probably going to go Matron for Munitions Expert and kill Dark Confidant. Don't think I care about the Batter Skull too much. We could also just get Snoop. But they're just so likely to have answers to the combo. We talk about Dark Confidant being the best creature in 2020. Yeah, Dark Confidant is the best creature in 2020. Greatness at any cost. I don't know. Bob is, you know, better than it was last week. However good that is, that's how good it is now. So I'm going to stop with my upkeep and maybe use Boggart Harbinger as a Vampiric Tutor if they take my Ringleader. Just grab another Ringleader. My Ringleaders have not been great so far, but that's likely to change right now. Have I ever Lava Darted a Bob, or have my Bob Lava Darted? I don't actually know that I've ever done either. I don't cast Lava Dart very often. I don't play with or against Bob very often these days. Obviously play around Mana Tithe. Sling-Gang Snoop. Pretty good. Question is, are we going to take the Vial up to 4 for Sling-Gang? Or just make sure that we can Vial on the Mons first, and then Vial on the Sling-Gang? We'll see what like their board state looks like, of course. Who was my Niv to Light opponent? FJ Rodman, I think. Yeah. So I could double block this Germ token. I think I'd rather not really. I can just take 4. With Pashalik Mons coming down, I think it's a bit better to wait to block. So if they take Pashalik Mons, I'll just take the Vial up to 4. And then, you know, cast Snoop and just be in okay shape. Yeah, we're doing fine. Opponent discards their last card, which is Lingering Souls. Oh, never mind. We're dead. Never mind. Super dead. Killing... What's under this? Ringleader? Ooh, we could kill this with like Vial and Ringleader. Let's do that. Oh, there's a Ringleader on top that we get to put into our hand with Ringleader. Alright, we're doing okay here. Get Kiki-Jiki and Ringleader. And then there's Harbinger on the top, which we can just combo off with because we still have the second Kiki in the deck. And I'll hold the Mountain to discard to Liliana. Do I think Lingering Souls is in an okay position right now? Not really, no. Maybe if you play it with Toski and Abzan. Can't Tidehollow Scholar at the top of the library, opponent. Are goblins competitive in Modern? I think so, yes. I like this deck a lot. I think Pyre of Heroes is great in the deck, and I think this deck is good. We have now 3-2 this league, or maybe not now, but this turn. Went 3-2. We lost to Niv, and then we lost to... What was the other loss to? Can't remember. Whoops, I accidentally deleted my sideboard. It's funny. I still have it. Oh, yeah, the 80 card taxes deck. That drew really well against us. Well, you know, this is maybe not so bad, because maybe the sideboard needs to be rethought. I'm not sure about the chalices necessarily, or if Alpine Moon is how you want to fight big mana. So maybe this was actually my subconscious telling me, rethink the entire sideboard. I also do really like the idea of sideboarding the 4th Harbinger in matchups where you just need to combo, but not starting it. But I'm not sure if that's actually going to be good. Okay, next, because again, I'm going to try to stream late today because it's entirely...